everyone, today I decided to do one of the instances on Toulan, and so we're going to do the CUHOF1. Um, and in these little caves right here is where you enter, um, and there's a little area in here, as you can see. Um, there's special missions, the CUHOF, and so I did find a Quaffaz CUHOF, just not a normal one, and it doesn't count the ones outside of the CUHOFs towards that mission. But we should find some level 1, or not level 1, level 6 of those Quaffaz in the level 1 CUHOF here. Um, you see, I had to form a team here. For whatever reason, it won't let you enter without a team, despite it being the solo instance. That's neither here nor there. Um, but we're going to zone in here. The door will open here in a little bit. We're going to use that smaller gun I was using earlier. Um, Still trying to burn out that Inked Dire S5 a little bit. But now that we're in here, we're going to drop the team. And sometimes you'll get a you feel lucky type thing at the top when you zone in. Supposedly it's a better loot mission when that happens. Um, I've only seen it happen once. But I got 140 Mirsal tokens, so I believe that that was a lucky instance for me. Because I heard someone complaining later that day that they got 0 twice. And so here we are. There's those Quaffaz. They're level 6 dominance. And we're just going to burn through. I think there's about 50 mobs in this. There was 41 because I ran this one time. There's 41 of the Quaffaz the last time and 11 of the other ones. So yeah, 52 mobs. And none of the mobs are going to have any loot on them. Because it'll all be in the boxes at the end. Which is nice because if you get enough in the boxes, you can global at the end of each one. Not probably on the level 1 instance like this, but I bet by the level 3 or so, each box would have enough loot in it to trigger a global maybe. And you see they give you 3 hours also to do this. It should probably only take about 15 to 25 minutes depending on how big of a weapon you're using. I mean, I'm using a slightly underpowered rifle for this. Um, it'll be fine. They don't hit very hard. I actually probably don't even need the armor on. Let's see. We'll take the armor off for a little bit. And if I get beat up too bad, I'll put it back on. Oh yeah, they hit kind of hard. In the 30s. Oh, there's the... Oh, it's over there. The good news is that it does count towards the codex in here. Um, and these have enough hit points that they actually contribute pretty significantly to the codex. I mean, you'll see I'm getting over 1% per kill. It's like 1.5% per kill. I'm gonna go ahead and put that armor back on because they do hit a little hard. And then we'll work through and we'll get this codex today on the Quaffaz. We'll rank that up to level 7 for sure. We'll be close at the end of this instance. For the Hunt 100, we'll need to do another run on this instance, or the level 2 maybe. I'm not sure where else the Quaffaz appear in that 1 to 5 zone. But we're going to do this instance. We're trying to get the Nawa Core 2 Part A is the actual piece we're after. Because we're trying to be able to upgrade our Nawa Core 1 to a 2. Then we can work on trying to get it up to a 3, just so that we can maybe get that Toulan citizenship mission. It comes with some benefits. It might be fun to do. Oh, there's our rank up. Let's see what we're getting here. We are going to take. We took combat reflexes last time. Let's take some athletics this time. And if I remember right, it's about 4 or 5 rooms. We're only on the second room so far. So we've killed probably about 25% of the mobs in here. Um, Again, it goes pretty quick. It's about 20-25 minutes with this gun. Um, Obviously, a little faster if I were to increase my damage per second by going up to the LR25 or the Pyro 6. But with about 40 kills for the Quaffaz in here, we should get about halfway to the next challenge. I would expect to get about 60% total. And so we were in the, I think we were in the 90s when we started this one, 91-ish percent maybe. Um, and so I'd expect to get to in the 40, 50-ish, about halfway. We'll call it halfway. Plus or minus 10% on halfway to the next codex. Oh, and this will be the last one for that room. We'll hit that little switch over there. We'll move on to the next room. I haven't done any of the other CUHOF instances yet, but this first one is pretty cut and dry. It's really simple, and I like that they give you the little directions, um, and that the mission works entirely. I've done some instances on Rocktopia in which they're amazing, but the werewolf mining instance specifically um, does not work. You get all the way through, and the chest is like protected by a force field. You can't open it, and you're stuck in there for hours. In which support can't even pull your character out. You literally just have to wait it out, and they will send you a reimbursement for the ammo you spent while you were in there. Um, but you're just stuck in, and don't log out and back in because I had that reset when I did that. So one, don't do that mission. Two, if you forget and get conned into it, either log out till the next day or just leave it up and go do something else for 3 hours until you get kicked out. Um, that mission is absolutely not worth it. It's the only one I found like that. The subway was real nice, and that booty raid one is pretty nice. You can get like shadow armor and some other stuff there. I should probably heal. And that is kind of the downside to the instances, I suppose, is the all or nothing type. Like the mobs don't have any loot themselves. It all goes to the end treasure chest. And so if you aren't able to finish, you don't get anything out of the instance. And so that's probably the only negative to instances. Other than that, they're a lot of fun. I mean, it's a switch to just sitting in the same area, shooting the same mob, and having it respawn and shooting the same mob. Um, it's nice to switch it up and do these a little bit. And here on Toulan, they drop those Mirsal tokens. Um, sometimes, is my understanding, out of these instances, which you can trade for like an apartment or something um, on the planet. I haven't looked at the vendor, but that's my understanding. Sounds really cool. But it's a lot of tokens also. I think I was reading up on it a little bit. And I think they said 40,000 tokens or something for the small apartment or whatnot. And so that's going to be pretty pricey. I think the tokens are going for about 900% markup right now. And so that would be 400 ped at 900% markup. So 3,600 ped for a apartment if you were just trying to buy it right now. Oh, it looks like I broke that gun finally. Time to switch gears. Might have to track me down another backup gun now. I like to have one in reserve and the one I'm using. Um, and I got that Pyro 6 I can switch to. But I'm kind of trying to work up my rifleman type skills, my laser and my BLP, just to round me out a little bit. And so you can see it's not counting any of these CUHOF tabs towards my daily tab mission because it has its own tab CUF mission. So they were good about not letting you double dip that way. what I am going to do, and I didn't think about this ahead of time, is I want to view the information there because I want to pull my attachments off of there and drop it on that one. And that's just an extender. I got the P15 extender, um, and so hopefully these armor traxes will last me a little longer. The extender's a lot cheaper markup wise than the rifles themselves, and so I like to use them to get a little more bang for my buck, so to speak. All right, we're gonna grab this terminal. I think this might be the final room. And so I think we clear these, and then it'll spawn the boss for us. We'll kill him. Collect the treasure at the end. Nah, I think there'll be one more room with some more of these Coppus's dominance in there. I'm just looking at the numbers from last time. We're definitely in the home stretch on this instance here. Like I said, I think it took me about 20 minutes the first time I ran this. 2025. We're at 17 minutes in now. Looking at the kills, I've got all my tabs if the numbers are the same from the first round. Oh, we're gonna unlock this door. There'll be what, 5 or so in the next room probably, and then there'll be a boss that we spawn as well. So probably 4 and a boss maybe. Maybe they count the boss. He's named though, so sometimes that doesn't happen. Yep, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and throw myself a quick couple of heals. 1 heal, 2 heals. Ah, ah, ah. Now we're gonna kill these 4. Which will get us to that 82, I think, or 81, and then the boss will count for the final kill probably. Oh, yep, there it says the boss will appear in 25 seconds. He should spawn at the end down there. We'll engage from down here to give us the most amount of free shots before he gets to us. Because he'll melee and we're obviously using a rifle. Oh, there he is. You see, he's level 11. He's a little harder than the other ones. And I think it takes about 70 ped in ammo, roughly, to depending on what gun you're using, obviously, and whatnot, to go all the way through this mission. Again, it's 41 Quaffaz and 11 Tabtabs. And so it's really 40 Quaffazes, the 11 Tabtabs, and the one boss mob at the end. After you finish him, you got to come unlock this door, which is everyone's favorite door. Even the door itself is gold, which lets you know that it's the treasure room. Oh, and there's some loot boxes. Looks like there's 3. Let's see what we get here. Looks like, boom. Oh, got some Mirsal tokens. That's always nice. And some shrapnel. Some more. Ooh, that was a nice one. Some more Mirsal tokens, some shrapnel, some muscle oil. And for this last one, we got some more Mirsal tokens, some more muscle oil, and some more shrapnel. So some standard loots and some Mirsal tokens. And we got 133 Mirsal tokens on this run. And on my first run, I got 141. Um, and so we're super happy with that. That's the end of the CUHOF1. Hope everyone's having an epic day.